All right, buckle up, everybody, because today we are taking a deep dive into hypno-channeling.
Ooh, hypno-channeling. Sounds interesting.
It is. It's basically this idea of tapping into higher consciousness.
Yeah.
You can access universal knowledge. Wild stuff.
Like, when you think about it, it's so fascinating how hypno-channeling uses this super relaxed state,
Right.
like a hypnotic state, to unlock info that's like hidden away deep down.
Yeah, it's like opening a door to like a whole other dimension. You know what I mean?
I do.
So the channel we're going to check out is Hypnovibes.
Okay.
And they've got this hypnotist, Naomi,
Yeah.
and she guides the channeler Navi into this trance.
Okay.
And through Navi, we meet this energy, Pine.
Pine. Okay.
And Pine claims to be connected to Muzo, a universal creator.
Okay, so wait. Pine is connected to a universal creator named Muzo, but there are other universal creators.
That's what he says.
Oh, wow.
Multiple universal creators.
Okay, so tell me more about Muzo.
Okay, so Pine tells us that Muzo, he's from a red planet
Okay.
called Muzo.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Right.
In something called the Blue Chord universe.
The Blue Chord universe.
Mhm.
Interesting. So what is the Blue Chord universe?
Well, Pine describes it as like existing outside of our own universe.
Okay.
Billions of light years away.
Billions with a B.
Billions with a B, yeah.
Yeah.
To be exact, 1,287 million light years away.
That is an inconceivable distance.
It really is. And it gets crazier. Muzo, this universal creator,
Yeah.
created a soul named Lazana
Okay.
to spread peace and love
To who?
to robots on his planet.
Robots.
Robots.
Wow.
Yeah,
So he created a soul to kind of delegate that, huh?
it seems so.
That's interesting. Like he couldn't instill those values himself?
Apparently not.
Huh. Okay.
He needed Lazana for that. But now Pine himself seems a little unsure of his relationship with Muzo.
Really?
He calls himself a guide. Or a gata.
Agata.
Yeah. It's kind of fascinating because, like, he doesn't say that he's equal to Muzo.
That is interesting. So we've got Muzo, the universal creator, Lazana, the peace-loving soul, and Pine, the mysterious guide. What a crew. But where do we fit into all of this?
Good question. Well, according to Pine, Lazana, Navi, you and me, we're all just parts of a much larger oversoul.
This oversoul concept, it is pretty mind-bending.
It is.
Like imagine one massive consciousness
Yeah,
broken up across multiple universes,
right.
experiencing reality from so many different viewpoints.
It's like interconnectedness on a level we can't even grasp.
It really is.
Okay, so we're all connected through this huge oversoul, but how does that actually work?
Well, think of it like this. Each individual soul, like Lazana or Navi, it's like they're unique threads,
Okay.
all woven into this like giant tapestry, you know?
A tapestry of existence.
That's it, yeah.
So where does Muzo, the universal creator, fit into all of this?
Well, if the oversoul is like the source of everything, then Muzo's like an artist shaping a corner of this canvas.
Okay.
And Pine, his guide, is like his muse, maybe,
Yeah.
inspiring him.
Interesting. But if Muzo is so powerful, why would he even need Lazana to teach robots about peace and love?
That's a really good point. Maybe Muzo operates on this different level of consciousness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where those concepts aren't even relevant.
Okay.
So he needs Lazana to like embody those qualities and introduce them to his creation.
So it's like he needed a fresh perspective
Yeah.
to bring those values to life.
Exactly. It makes you think about creation, doesn't it? Like, does it require different experiences to really work?
Maybe that's why the oversoul even fragments itself in the first place.
Right. To explore every single possibility.
Wow. So maybe even our human experiences with all the good and bad, they actually contribute something to the universe.
It's kind of a humbling thought, right?
It is.
Every moment, every challenge adds to this huge universe.
So then this is a big question. If we're all connected, does that change how we should live our lives here?
Well, it definitely makes you think about the consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
You know, if everything's connected, how we treat each other, how we treat the planet, it matters even more than we realize.
So it's like we're all part of this giant cosmic team, working together to grow.
That's a great way to put it, yeah. And maybe the challenges we face, those are just opportunities to
Yeah.
learn and grow and evolve the oversoul.
Wow. It's
It's-
like even our struggles have a purpose.
Right. And speaking of connections, Pine talks about something else that's pretty wild. He says, even across different universes, some souls are drawn to each other.
Really?
Yeah. And he even says some souls might reincarnate, not just here on Earth, but on other planets.
Well,
Maybe even other dimensions.
wait, so you're saying I could have had a past life connection to Lazana?
It's possible. Pine says it's all about, like, Soul resonance. Souls
Yeah.
that have similar frequencies are drawn to each other.
No matter how far apart they are.
Exactly. Even across timelines.
So we could have met certain souls before, maybe in past lives, maybe somewhere else.
Yeah, and maybe those encounters are all part of this bigger journey.
This soul resonance thing, it's fascinating.
It is. It's like a cosmic dance. Souls moving through lifetimes and realities. Makes you think, what's the point of it all?
It really does. And it adds a whole new layer to our relationships here, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe we're drawn to some people for a deeper reason.
Right. Not just because we have things in common, but because of this soul connection.
Wow, this is mind-blowing, but also kind of amazing. It's like the universe is so much more than I ever thought.
Me too.
I know, right? We started talking about this hypno-channeling session on Hypno Vibes, and now we're talking about soul resonance across multiple universes.
Yeah.
This is wild.
It is pretty amazing, like what can be revealed if you just kind of look deeper into these unconventional ideas.
Right, and it just challenges, like, everything we think about what's even possible.
Yeah.
So much more to life than we see on the surface, And this whole idea, we're all connected through this huge oversoul. That's a powerful idea.
It is powerful.
But it also, raises some questions.
Yeah, like what kind of questions?
Like, if we're all just pieces of this one big consciousness,
Yeah.
does that mean we have free will? Or are our lives already decided?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a question philosophers have been asking forever. And there's not an easy answer,
Right.
But maybe it's not like one or the other.
Yeah.
Maybe it's both, like a dance between free will and kind of a cosmic blueprint.
Okay, so we have choices, but within a certain framework.
Yeah, maybe.
But even if our choices are kind of limited, it still feels like we have a responsibility to make good ones.
Ah.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe that responsibility goes beyond ourselves,
Yeah.
to our communities, our planet, even the universe as a whole.
Yeah, because if we're all connected through this oversoul,
Yeah.
our actions ripple out and impact everything.
Exactly.
So how should we be living our lives then? What choices should we be making?
Well, I think it comes down to aligning ourselves with those qualities that Pine was talking about with Lazana. Remember?
Yeah.
Peace, love, understanding. Acting with compassion, not just to ourselves, but to everyone,
Yeah.
Recognizing that spark of the divine in everything.
So, shift our focus from me to we.
That's it, yeah. And maybe by doing that, by really embracing this interconnectedness and compassion, we contribute to the evolution of not just ourselves, but the entire oversoul.
Whoa. Maybe we could even help those robots on Muzo's planet find some peace.
Right.
That's pretty powerful to think about. Even our small choices can make a huge difference. This whole deep dive has just shown me how important it is to look at things from different perspectives, be open to new possibilities.
It's easy to get stuck in our own little worlds,
Yeah.
But when we can step outside of that box, encounter new ideas that challenge us, that's when we can really grow.
That's what I love about this show. We dive into these cool topics, explore all these different perspectives, and hopefully understand ourselves and the universe a little better.
Absolutely.
Maybe one day we'll even get to talk to Muzo himself.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
But until then, I think we have a lot to think about. This whole oversoul, soul, resonance, our connection to everything, it's mind-blowing.
It really is. And hey, if you're feeling inspired, you want to explore this more, I highly recommend Naomi Shu's book, The Next Level You.
Yeah, it's a great book.
It's a great resource if you want to learn more about hypno-channeling and expanding your consciousness.
And of course, check out Hypno Vibes on YouTube. They have tons of videos on all kinds of mind-expanding topics.
So to wrap things up, remember, the journey doesn't end here. Keep asking questions, keep looking for new perspectives, keep diving deep.
And never start believing in the power of possibility. Who knows what we'll discover as we explore the universe within and the universe all around us.
I like to have this energy to come through this body today. And this is, let's say, the energy that's related to this person. The first name is Emilio. Last name, I don't remember. Emilio and Naomi. And they had lives before on Earth. And if you can maybe tell me more about those lives. So the energy will come through this body when I count to 3. 1, coming through, 2, almost here, and 3. Hello. Who I'm speaking with?
Prime.
I'm sorry?
Prime.
Prime? I'm not sure if I understand how you're related to him or me.
Used to be the name of one of those lives that was,
Used to be his name?
yes,
Pine.
Prime.
Prime. Yeah. And who are you?
Universal creator.
One more time.
Universal creator. Not the main one, but one of the universal creators.
Yeah. I don't know which one.
It's from a red planet.
Red planet. And the name, can you spell it?
Mu.
M-U.
Z-U-L.
Z-U-O.
Z-U-L.
L. Muzo. So one of the universal creator?
Creators.
But I thought that those lives are all on Earth.
Not this particular one.
So this is Emilio's another aspect?
Yes. And then a lifetime.
Right.
Another aspect.
Okay. So what was Naomi, another aspect?
In that lifetime, he created you.
So how does this work? How can one being create another one?
Think and it happens. You want and it happens.
And so what did we do? Or why he wanted to create another being, another soul?
You were not the first. There were others before.
Yeah,
But he felt as if this was different than the others.
right. What's the purpose?
Feel peace and love in its truest form. That was one of the reasons.
And when was this?
Can I give a date with your current system?
So approximately a few 100,000 years ago,
No,
million years ago.
no.
It's recent?
Further, no, further back.
Oh, billions years ago?
Even further, trillions.
We don't even have the word.
Yes, correct system. Standing of this is not in your current system
Oh.
for numbers.
And where was this?
Blue Chord universe. Blue Chord universe.
Blue Chord
Blue Chord
universe.
universe.
So this is outside of our universe.
Yes.
And if we use light years, is there any number?
1287.
1287.
87. That's in the millions.
1287 million light years.
Yes.
So what was my name?
Lazana.
How to spell it?
U-Z-A.
N-A?
Yes.
All right, so what did we do?
Planet itself was corrupted from the very beginning, much like how you have robots in your current timeline. So did this planet.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where those robots were not cooperating.
Right.
In that understanding, I created you to perform the task of giving them messages of peace and love.
To give the robots.
Yes.
So they are not just artificial intelligence. They have souls.
They do not have souls.
But how they stand. They can still they have the consciousness.
They could absorb energy if they want to.
So Muzo created Lazana. For Lazana to work.
To provide. Not to work, to provide.
Provide love.
Peace and love.
So what is the relationship between the two? Why Muzo cannot do this himself?
Needed to see in a different perspective. If one does it on his own, standing won't be there to have another perform it.
So how does he create other souls? How to say? It does not take time.
Not in the way that you're thinking.
There's nothing like.
It just happens.
So how many those universal creators?
Too many to count.
So then this, let's say Lazana, after that, and she will. So this is the first time. Let's say the soul as Naomi. Or this, right? Naomi is another aspect of this soul, was the first created?
In that universe, yes.
In that universe, but in different universes.
Yes.
And I'm confused now. I don't know how does this work? So we can be created different locations, different universes?
Yes.
It's all aspects
So
of
it's a
us.
bigger scale than you've imagined at this time.
So it's like the oversoul knows this.
In a way, yes.
I see. So did Lazana do a good job?
You did.
But why, when I was doing the hypnosis session with Emilio, and he said we went to Earth like more than 100 times. So this has nothing to do with Earth, but this is just something that we did together, or he created me to finish this task.
Yes, one of the lifetimes.
So he did not do anything besides creating the souls.
If necessary, destruction happened as well, but he knew that it wasn't pleasant, but it needed to happen
So
for certain reasons.
let's say Lazana is she's a physical being or just energetic form?
Energetic form.
And so this universe still exists.
It does.
So I can say Lazana is another aspect of me, vice versa.
To put it that way, yes.
What she's doing now.
Becoming a master,
Of
as we all are.
what?
As we all are becoming masters.
So I was gonna say, so this is blue Chord universe. It's a universe. It's not a planet.
No, it's the collection. It's a sum of all.
Planets. It's a clutter.
Even beyond that, even beyond clusters.
Maybe we can continue this conversation next time. So you are talking as Muzo, or you said you're just related to him?
Fine.
Pine.
Fine.
So I'm still not sure the relationship between you and him or me.
One of many lifetimes.
You're like a friend or a guide?
Energy could tap him if he so chooses to.
You're just energy.
Yes.
Okay, maybe we can explore more next time. And I appreciate your information and everything that you have told us. And I will speak with you soon next time. Thank you, and bye now.